This is Peace. Out here walking. It's cloudy, but I think I have enough time to get a little walk in. I just finished swimming, so I decided to do a little walking. I think I'm gonna have a chance before it rains again, hopefully. But I want to share a story with you all about forgiveness and unforgiveness and the price you can pay. Oh, a few years back, I decided to spend about a month in Hawaii. So I went and was on a big island, and I wasn't around the tourists. I wasn't part of the tourist crowd or in that scenery. I wanted to experience, the real Hawaii, the natural beauty, and be closer to the wilderness and nature. So, I was out. And there were some other folks that came. Oh, it's wet along this trail. I don't know how much walking I'm going to be able to do. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, another woman. Once I landed in Hawaii, a van picked me up, and there was a woman in the van who was staying where I was staying. And immediately, this woman had hatred for me. This is a woman I'd never seen in my life. At least this lifetime. We live many lifetimes. So, but she had great hatred for me on eyesight contact. So, but now we were going to be staying in the same place. I'm like, okay, what the heck is going on? First I just overlooked it, ignored it, because I'm like, okay, I don't have to deal with her. Y'all excuse me, I'm looking down because it's muddy. So then night comes and we get ready for bed. She comes over to my bed and she says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Huh?" Now, I don't know this woman. This woman ain't said nothing to me. She walks over to my bed. I'm sitting on my bed and she says, "What are you doing here?" So I'm like, okay, I don't know. And she was angry. So now I got to sleep with one eye open. So then the next morning comes and I said, okay, let me take this to the group. Let me talk to the group. Because it was a group of us and I wanted to enjoy myself and I wanted to feel safe and comfortable. So I said, let me just bring this up to the group and see how best to handle this. Because I want to be able to sleep peacefully at night. So, oh yeah, it's wet out here, honey. I'm not going to be walking through the woody parts. I'm going to be on the concrete part. But the greenery is beautiful. So pretty. So, I brought her to the group. I said, and she was sitting across from me. And I said, I don't know. I've never met you before, never seen you before in my life. And she had come from China. This is a Chinese woman coming to vacation in Hawaii. But you had this anger, this hatred towards me. I've never done anything to you. I don't understand what's going on. Do you know, everybody's sitting in there now. We're in our little circle. She still expresses her anger and her hatred towards me. So then I start crying because I'm like, I never had this experience before. I mean, usually you have to do something to somebody first before they even get angry with you, let alone hate you. This woman, I'm just laying eyes on her and she hates me to the core, And so the people around her, they try to talk her out of it, try to get her to change her attitude, try to figure out what was going on with her. Like I said, I started crying, and so I left the room. They took me out the room, and I just walked around and just chill out because I hadn't had that experience before. So the woman wasn't able to let go of her hatred towards me. So they told her that she had to leave, that she could not remain there. And she had come, I don't know how, she was going to be there at least a week or two, but she could not spend the night there another night because she made it so uncomfortable for me and she had all this hatred toward me and I hadn't done anything to her. So yes, they said, okay, you have to leave. Because after that, when I went down to eat, we all sit around at the common table. When I went down to eat, she was like, get away from me. I wasn't around her. I was going to eat, but she was still expressing her negativity. So, what's going on here? So, from a spiritual perspective, the going belief was that I had encountered this spirit being inhabiting this woman's body in a prior lifetime in some country. Maybe I wasn't even an African American at that time. I don't know, maybe I was Chinese, I don't know. But the going belief was that this woman and I had an encounter in some prior lifetime. And she had, when she saw me, her spirit had recognized my spirit. And whatever had happened back then, she was very angry with me about it. I don't know what. But the bottom line is, if that is the case, if that is truly what the situation was, that woman carried her unforgiveness through lifetimes. She didn't let it go. She held on to it. And guess what? It ended up costing her again in this lifetime, because she had spent all that money to go to Hawaii, spent the money to spend the night, several nights in Hawaii, so plane ticket to Hawaii, money to spend the night in Hawaii for at least a week. I was there a month. I don't know how long she was going to be there. And all that anger that she carried came out, and it destroyed her opportunity to have a beautiful time on a beautiful island around wonderful people because of her unforgiveness. So, forgive, you all. I know it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard because you think if you forgive, you're saying, oh, it's okay that you hurt me. Or, oh yeah, I don't, there's no get back. That's not what forgiveness is at all. But I want to share this story with you, let you know that if you don't forgive, you can carry that with you through death. Because, only the human body dies. The spirit lives forever. And we reincarnate. And she carried that. So that's how far holding on to anger and unforgiveness can last, and not only destroy things and make things hard for you at the time that it occurs, but oh Lord, is that rain? But continue to make things hard for you and destroy things through lifetimes. So when you forgive, you're doing it for yourself, not the other person. Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to have joy? Don't you want to be able to smile and laugh? Yes. At the time the person causes the pain, it's going to feel bad. You're going to be angry. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be sad. Feel it. That's the only way through it, to feel it. But you got to feel it. Express it. Talk about it. Write about it. Pound a pillow. Go jogging. Get physical. Whatever you got to, talk to a therapist. Talk to a minister. Talk to a friend. Talk about it. Get it out of you. But ultimately, you're going to have to come to that place if you want happiness, if you want joy, where you say, I forgive. Which means, I'm going to let this go. It's not serving me. It's only causing me to feel unhappiness and sad. And it can develop into bitterness. And I don't want that for my life. So I'm going to let this go, because it's not worth all that. I'm not giving up all that. Just, what, for this? And guess what? When you hold on to that anger and that sadness and hurt and bitterness, it's only hurting you. It's not hurting another person. You're not paying them back one iota. When you don't practice forgiveness, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. The person who caused you harm, intentionally or unintentionally, when you don't forgive them, you're not causing them any pain. Forgiveness is a gift to yourself. forgiveness. And also, you may have to just forgive yourself, not necessarily other people, because we do things to hurt ourselves too. Maybe out of ignorance, maybe out of, lack of awareness. We're learning. So we do things to hurt ourselves too. And I'm only able to talk to you all about this because I've either done it or I'm going through it now. So I know I'm trying to decide which way do I want to go. I think I'm going to go this way this time. Yes, I've either done it, been through it, or I'm going through it now, which I share with you all. So I practice forgiveness too. I was hurt recently. So I trust me, this is live and fresh in my mind. What we have to do. But I wanted to also reflect on how this woman who I met in Hawaii, who from several lifetimes ago, from a spiritual perspective, if that's the case, held on to unforgiveness. And it came out and it just only hurt her. Now the other thing could be, of course, the woman, when I talked to her, well, to be holding, when you see somebody who got that kind of anger at a person that they haven't seen in that lifetime, you can also think, well, maybe there's a mental imbalance there. And that's what I was thinking, because the way she was talking, just didn't sound right. So that would be like the surface level problem that she had. She was just mentally ill, and had targeted me for that. But always forgive yourself for sure, because we fuck up. We mess up all the time because we're learning. We're human. We're not perfect. We don't have perfect knowledge. And then there are other people who mess up too. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you all. Have a blessed day.